What's up guys, my name is Sick and I will be your guide. Welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario. Now you must be wondering, hey Sick, what are you doing back in Toad Town? Well, there's something I kind of forgot to show off. This nice young lady is Tasty. Oh, yes honey, would you like me to cook you something? Yes I would. So what Tasty does is, she takes one of your items, and I'll give her a mushroom, just to demonstrate. Then I shall cook with mushroom. Cook with mushroom. I'll whip up something special just for you, honey. It will be fabulous. That was a very, very depressing fabulous. I apologize for that. Cha-la-la-la-la-la-la. She's also not the best singer. Here you are. The recipe's not too bad. Here, please. So, what Tasty does in this game, you give her items, she will cook it up, and she will give you other items in return for it, well, she cooks up the item. So, for example, we give her the mushroom, she gives us the fried shroom, which heals an extra point of HP and heals a little bit of FP on the side. So, it's really helpful for you to come cook your items over here before you decide to use them elsewhere. Now, not all items will work, sometimes they'll give you something what's called a mistake. And a mistake... I think I'll show that off later, I don't want to waste any of my items. Anyway, so I cooked up my 3 mushrooms, and I also cooked up my honey syrups, which turned them into super sodas. Which does the same thing as a honey syrup would usually, but it also cures shrinking and poisoning. Now, even though we haven't seen either of those yet, we will. And trust me when I say this, we will. And I decided not to cook up my maple syrup or my super shroom because I think they would actually turn into worse items. Anyway, back to the plot! Actually, not really, because now that we're in Toad Town, I think we should try to deliver the letter back to Merlin. You want me to predict your future? Talk to me from across the table. So, as you can see here, when you talk to people and Parrot carries with you, he will give the letter that belongs to them to him. Or her. Or it. I don't know, do we deliver letters to its? A postman's job is never done. Who's it from? Oh, my granddaughter Merly. She recently entered the family business. Is that so? I see. Interesting. She opened up her business at Dry Outpost. Oh, so we're actually might be seeing her. It's located somewhere quite off the main drag. She seems to be keeping busy. That's good to hear. Thank you so much for bringing this letter. I'll give you this. So, for most of the letters, when you give them out, you get a star piece in return. Now, you will also get other things, but the most common reward would be star pieces, so it would be in your best effort to try to give out as many letters as you can. And sadly, this function was actually taken out of the sequel. Anyway, back to the plot for real this time. Okay, so now that we're back on Mount Rugged, we can now use Parakarry's new ability. We fly over this thing, and that guy, to get this thing, the Hammerquake badge. Slightly damages all enemies on the ground or ceiling. That's right, folks, we are going to be dealing with ceiling enemies at some point in the game. And I'm not going to equip it now, but it will be useful later. Trust me, it will be useful. Anyway, back to the game. We are going to be taking all sorts of detours here, folks, because, remember this area I kind of wasted your time with? Well, we can now fly over to it, and there's a flower! Let's pull it! Huh? You talking to me? Oh, wow, the messed up accent actually kind of worked there. I don't see anyone else here. Alright, you talking to me? Wow. It's been a long while since I first came here from my home in Flower Fields. But you're still the very first person to speak a word to me. Nobody ever notices me. The few people I actually see just think I'm blooming in a mountain. Really, folks? I love a good conversation. Here, take this as thanks. This is my precious seed. Ew. Keep it well, and remember me. So we get a second magical seed. Please grow my seed with care. It'll help you one day. So, trust me when I say you want to talk to this guy. Trust me, you want to talk to this guy while you're in Mount Rugged. Because, you're going to need that seed he gives you. You're really going to need it. Back to the plot, and apparently I break my promises because, remember this area? I'm going to be doing a little bit of flying over here and get that star piece that we saw before that I couldn't get, that I also wasted your time with. Now for real, back to the plot. Ah! Oh, look at the slide, I like the slide. Yee. Okay, now we're going back to the plot for real this time. I'm not gonna ditch you and say, hey, let's go back to the plot, and then say, no, not really, here's a star piece. No, this is actually what we have to do. We go to the place we went before with the broken bridge, and we have Parakarry take us over. And we see a nice little eagle. Hi, eagle. Hi, eagle. He's giving me a hungry stare. I don't like that. Let's move on, shall we? Hey there! Hold up a sec, partner. Just a darn minute. I'll see you somewhere. So he's a southern eagle. Huh. He's looking at a piece of paper and looking back at me. Yep, very similar. You look a lot like this fella Mario, who's on Bowser's Wanted poster. Oh, this guy's a bounty hunter. It's kind of weird to see a bounty hunter in a Mario game. Now give! What's your name? So, this is an optional boss. You could say Luigi to get out of it, but you could say the other two things to fight him. I'm gonna say Princess Peach. Oh, what's that? Princess Peach? Well, okay, I'll let you through. Oh, you take me for a fool? Princess Peach is captured up there in Bowser's castle. You reckon I don't know that? Well, you asked for it, you big fibber. I'm thinking you're Mario. Prepare for your whooping. Optional boss time against... This is... Gonna use my super jump here. Bazaar! He is probably the most powerful foe we faced yet. With a maximum of 40 HP. And, he's kind of a tough cookie to crumble if you only have 10 HP. Let me show off Parakarry's. Let me show off Parakarry's ability. He has Skydive and Shell Shot. Skydive, I think it does 3 damage. I'm not sure yet, but Shell Shot is very powerful, so I think I'm going to use that instead. Hit him in the face for 5 HP of damage. Also, rapidly press the A button right here, or else... That is one of the moves that can hurt your partner, so he's out for a turn. Great. I kind of forgot he did that. Ah, bizarre. He also has quite a lot of attacks, like this one! You gotta rapidly press the A button, or... okay, good. I have to rapidly press the A button there, or else he will fly you up above the screen and drop you for 4 HP worth of damage. It's not really forgiving. So I'm just gonna punch him in the face with my foot. That's how I do it! Don't judge me! Ow. So yeah, his attacks hurt quite a bit. He actually has a lot of attacks. Like one that does 2 damage, one that does 3 damage, one that does 4, and then one attacks both of us. So he has quite the arsenal for an early enemy. I'm just gonna shell shot him in the face one more time, and surprisingly we have him almost beat. So I'm just gonna use my star power because I'm low on FP and HP. Oh, stop calling on me, you whippersnapper! Oh god, not this again, not this again! And I think you can actually block that if you land right. I don't know, I think you can. Shell shot in the face again, because again, I really don't like nature. And super stomp. Power stomp. And that's his last attack, which I did a really crappy job at blocking. I did a really crappy job at blocking all these, to be honest. So I'm just going to use my normal attack right here. And I pray to God I don't mess up this next attack, because if I do, I could be screwed! Oh, I did the timing right, and it only did 2 damage, but whatever! We got 15 star points! For beating the mini-boss. That was optional. Yow! I got whooped! And so, we murdered the last of the giant bald eagles of Mario Land. He will be missed. He was also a mother. Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay, no, he wasn't. Yet. Dun dun dun. So that was quite the battle. Nice of them to give you heal block right here, with a save block right here. And a little road right here. This is gonna be fun! And we're in a giant desert. Oh, sweet. Who's this old bean? Oh, well, hello there, old boy. How goes the travels, eh? I'm known as Colorado. I'm an archaeologist, you know. I travel the world. At the moment, I'm turning dry desert upside down to find the dry ruins. My assistants have attempted to gather information on dry outpost, which is near here. Sadly, as of yet, we're having little success. All I need's a clue, and we'll be golden. And oh, wait a minute, I forgot, I had a letter for him. Parakarry delivers letters. Here you go, have a letter. Another letter duly delivered. Oh, good show, good show. It's a letter from my wife. Thank you ever so, old chap. This is just what I needed to give me strength to go on. I know, I'll pass this along as a spot of thanks. I came across it while I was immersed in the digging around here. And we got a star piece. Awesome. And I think what the letter actually says, I think we know what it says later, but if we don't, then I think it actually has something to do with his wife yelling at him to come back home because he's never home and she's always left by herself. I don't know. Anyway, we got quite a lot done in this episode, so next time we're going to be traversing dry desert and doing other stuff. Maybe. I don't know, maybe we'll just cross the desert and I'll stop. Oh well. My name has been Sick, and I am out of here. Let's go to the choo-choo train, because I like myself a choo-choo train. I like to go on a choo-choo train. I have liking a choo-choo train.